Vanakkam and welcome to this edition of Express Auto. Now, if you remember some weeks back, we had done the Maruti eVitara, and a similar vehicle is now going to be made by Toyota. And this is, of course, your Ebella. Bella E and Bella. Bella stands for a beautiful woman in Spanish. So, yeah, Ebella High Rider, a high rider version of it, of course, because that was the eVitara, if you remember. So technically, the car is absolutely the same. Some marked differences in front of the daytime running lights, the headlights. The front appearance is a little different. Of course, the front 360-degree camera, and you have a camera for the ADAS here as well. So, a lot of things here, a lot of changes. I mean, not so many changes, but yeah, quite a few differentiations, if I may put it that way. So, let us see what this car is all about. So the front, I said, like is substantially different looking, but essentially the same car. I love the way you have these aerodynamic surfaces here for the air to flow. Gives the car a nice look. This, of course, is a dual tone car. So you have a black top and a maroon lower part. This is the charging port where it opens, the BEV, battery electric vehicle written over here. The dual tone side view camera with side view mirror, I'm sorry, with the camera below here. And then the rest of the car with, this is a request sensor. You can just press it to lock unlock with the key in your pocket. Moving further on, of course, you have these door handles, which are recessed inside, giving the car a sort of a coupe look. And this, of course, is the way the roof line flows down. Let's take a look now at the boot space of the car. When you come to the rear end, you see that same minimalist design carried on. I like the way these new generation LED tail lights are over here. And of course, you have a functional spoiler kind of a thing here. But more importantly, after the urban cruiser badging, let us take a look at the boot space this car has. It's pretty reasonable. You can fit about 3 medium-sized suitcases inside this. And of course, there is a small light here which helps you illuminate the interior. The subwoofer of the JBL system is right here. I wouldn't call it, to class leading space or something, but yes, it's sufficient for an Indian family. And of course, you have the charging cable which is present right here. This plugs in to a domestic 16 ampere socket. Now, this is all about the space from outside. Let us now sit inside and take a look at what's there. So these are the interiors. They are very similar again to the eVitara, which is what I keep referring to, as you would notice. So over here you have one screen, 10.25 inches, which controls your basic infotainment. Now, if you remember, the eVitara had a Harman Kardon system, but this one, the urban cruiser Ebella, has a JBL system. You have another screen here for your driving dynamics and all the driver information that you might need. Two cup holders, regeneration, drive modes, the electronic parking brake, and of course this nifty little controller for the transmission, whether you want to go forward, backward, or whatever. There's a QI wireless charger, and thankfully the HVAC controls are with proper buttons, which is a good feel. Of course, you have your buttons on the steering wheel here as well, and a rather complicated wiper system, but you get used to it. And lights. But you know what is intriguing is that there's no fog lights on this car, which is something you need in North India. But anyway, that's perfectly fine, I guess. Of course, you have your SOS switches and the sunroof, which European style is a fixed pane and cannot be opened. Again, I would not know why. Of course, you have a little cubby hole for storing things here. This place, though, is I think a bit of a fingerprint magnet. The finish looks damn good, the piano black finish, but it's a fingerprint magnet, so that is a bit of a bummer. But other than that, the gold and the bronze and the black combination seems to work really well. And yeah, it's quite spacious. At the same time, it's compact, so you will really enjoy sitting in the front and driving this car. Let's hop onto the back seat and see what's there. In the rear seat, of course, you have sufficient leg space even for someone like me, provided the driver is a little short. There's enough knee room, there's headroom, and of course, you have your air conditioning vents right here, followed by two charging points, which are one is USB A and the other is USB C. It also has a very interesting flip down armrest, which you can flip by pulling this little cord, and it has place for two cup holders. All in all, it's quite nice. You have enough space. You can access the trunk from here. As I keep emphasizing, this makes the perfect family car or for a small family. It's a nice four-seater. At a stretch, you can make it five if you have children. And yes, this whole ambience looks pretty good to me. One thing though I miss on this car is a rear sunshade. I know this is the this is basically an export model, so it doesn't need it. But in India, I think you definitely need rear sunshades at the back of the car. Now let's take a look at the engine and then we go for a drive. Let us take a look at what's under the hood. Now, remember, this is not a conventional petrol engine vehicle, so don't expect anything as such. Over here, you see the motor along with all its wiring and your ESP systems and everything. So, I must tell you that there are two sizes of battery that come. There are three variants of the vehicle, E1, E2, and E3. The lowest variant E1 comes with a 49 kilowatt battery, and this one, the top end, comes with a 61 kilowatt hour battery. The range is over 500 kilometers, as is claimed by the company. Surprisingly, I don't see a frunk here because a lot of cars have what is called a storage space on frunk, but maybe that's because of the design, which is a little different. But yes, obviously the motor is here. It looks pretty, and I hope it gives a great performance, which we're going to drive right now and find out. The good thing about driving an electric car is the amount of phenomenal pickup you have. I can just floor it and she rises to the occasion, so to speak. Of course, it's all thanks to full torque being available at 0 RPMs. But overall, this is a very good self-driven car. Now, if you're sitting inside, all the controls fall beautifully to hand. I love the double D-cut steering wheel. All your steering wheel controls are right here. Transmission, regeneration, and a fabulous screen. I think the way cars are moving today is so different from what they were a few years ago. But that said, as I said, it's very comfortable. It has a nice JBL sound system. All the floating console falls to hand, wireless charger, and the fact that you have physical buttons for the main air conditioning system is, I think, something that is very good. Overall, the car is comfortable. The car fits you well, and your electric driver seat means you can have a number of adjustments. The view outside is super, it's very good. And I think overall, as I keep saying, that this is definitely the vehicle that you should consider for your family. And with 7 airbags, it's pretty safe too. So there you have it. This is the Ebella urban cruiser, similar to Maruti's eVitara as we keep talking about. And of course, it has different looks, both at the front and the rear, but the features essentially remain the same with the exception of fog lamps. And of course, this has a JBL sound system in place of a Harman Kardon. The thing we keep emphasizing is that this is the best family car out there. When you want to drive yourself, it is really rewarding. You get instant performance because you get full torque from as low as 0 RPM. And yeah, it's a great car overall to charge and drive because Toyota says it gives you nearly 540 kilometers on a full charge on the 61 kilowatt battery. So out of 10, how would I rate this car? I would give it a solid 8. It is that good. Uh, I would have given higher, but I don't know the pricing. The pricing the company will announce in the coming weeks. So I hope you enjoyed joining me on the drive like I enjoyed bringing this car to you. Drive safe. Till we meet again with another car, please subscribe to our social media channels. See you soon and buckle up.